Well, haven't seen anything good lately. Haven't really played anything else than I normally play lately, so let's do another Yu-Gi-Oh video.
So I didn't have another deck to show off other than very, very minor variations on what I've already shown you, and that would include my Kid Sky Strikers deck, but I still wanted to do something because plain old gameplay videos are boring and lazy, well, lazier than most of my videos, and so I decided, hey, why not go over some of the rulings I've learned with particular cards in the Six Samurai archetype. So, let's get into the first one. So, Cunning of the Six Samurai, what it does is you send one Six Samurai monster to the graveyard and special summon one Six Samurai. You basically replace a samurai on the field with one from the graveyard. Two things. First, you need a samurai in the graveyard in order to activate this effect. Now the trick is you don't need to get any particular samurai. So let's say you've got Kizaru on the board and Fuma in the grave. You play Cunning and send Kizaru to the grave. You don't have to get Fuma. Kizaru at this point is in the graveyard. You can special summon Kizaru and get his effect. Long as you already have another samurai in the grave, you're good. Also, Cunning doesn't target or tribute or anything like that, it simply sends. So that means no Shinai effect. Speaking of, Shinai's effect is whenever it gets tributed after resolution of all effects, it grabs a Six Samurai from the graveyard to add to your hand. This effect only goes off with a tribute. It doesn't work if Shinai is used for Synchro, Xyz, Fusion, or Link. Probably some other stuff I'm not thinking of either. The point is it's got to be specifically tributed. So let's say I, for whatever reason, tributed for, I don't know, Great Shogun Shien or the Grand Master of the Six Samurai. You'd get the effect. But if it was used as fusion material to fusion summon Rihan, you wouldn't get the effect. We're going to wrap up all the counter generators in one go. The reason why is they all have a similar effect. When a Six Samurai monster is summoned, gain however many counters the specific card says. The key wording in each card though is, each time a Six Samurai monster is summoned. So let's say you were to, for whatever reason, play Backs to the Wall and special summon 5 Six Samurai cards and you have Shien's Dojo on the board. You don't get 5 Bushido counters, you only get 1 because you only summoned once. Same would go for Gateway, you'd only get 2 counters. Piggybacking off this, you can use that whole summon technicality to your advantage against summon limit because with certain Six Samurai cards that I just mentioned, you can summon up to 5 guys at once. Don't know when you'd ever see that scenario, but hey, it's something. Going along with special summoning and all its shenanigans, we'll talk about double-edged sword technique. This one gets a little weird. So in a nutshell, if the enemy, say, called by the graves one of your targets, you don't get either. The reason, as was explained by a judge, the card requires you to make 2 targets specifically. Not 1 and 1, but 2. So if you can't res one of them, you haven't met the condition to activate the trap. And if you haven't met the condition to activate the trap, you just wasted your card. Alright, so Evenly Matched isn't technically a Six Samurai card, but Kizan, Enishi, and Shien are in the art and it factors into the lore, so we're gonna cover it. First off, Evenly Matched does not target. More importantly, it bypasses anything that says unaffected by card effects. The reason is in the tricky way it's worded. It says specifically, make your opponent banish cards. Evenly Matched isn't affecting your opponent's cards, it's affecting your opponent themselves. Your opponent is choosing which cards to get rid of. It's a very tricky wording, but every judge or player with significant regional experience has confirmed this for me because it's an issue almost every time I play it at my locals. Zexal. I know Zexal has nothing to do with the archetype in any way, shape, or form, but ever since the Team Bio vid a while back, he's pretty much become synonymous with the samurai, so I'll cover him briefly. Zexal's big effect is stopping your opponent from activating card effects on their turn. They can normal summon or set, and that's it. I guess they can go into a Link 1 as well, but that Link 1 can't use its effect. You can chain the activation of this with hand traps of some sort, and if said hand trap is a negate, you just blocked Zexal's massive stun. If said hand trap isn't a negate, like your Ghost Ogres, you're screwed. Once the Zexal effect resolves, that's it. It is permanently on the board that turn, even if you kaiju it out. It doesn't matter. Nowhere in Zexal's text does it say anything along the lines of, it has to be on the board to resolve this effect, or this effect is active long as Zexal is in play. Speaking of kaijus real fast, they'll work because their summon effect isn't an activated effect, but a condition that has to be met. Same goes for anything similar. So you can play your Tenyi spirits. You just can't do their unique activated effects.
So yeah, those are just a couple of rulings, a few of them. Some of the weird ones. I know, and I know. Six Samurai is not really, a relevant meta relevant archetype right now. So yeah, but yeah, hey, you know, I wanted to throw something out there because they do have a couple little weird things going on. But hey, hope you got something out of it. Maybe you play with your buddies and you can, you know, rule shark them or something like that. But hey, either way, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great day.